So the race in New Jersey for the governorship, shockingly, is tightening up right now. Jack Ciattarelli, the Republican, is closing the gap fast on the tyrant Phil Murphy, probably one of the top 3 worst governors in the country in New Jersey. A high taxer, a condescending buffoon, a shutdown, lockdown, mask lover, vax mandate guy. Vax mandate, they don't have a vaccine mandate in New Jersey. Oh, they will if you listen to undercover video taken of Phil Murphy's campaign staff. Here's undercover video by Project Veritas of campaign staffers, as they allege, on the Phil Murphy campaign saying, oh, listen, he's going to do this vaccine mandate, but he has to wait till after the election. And the campaign employee says, listen, that's just because people believe in their like freedom and stuff. So he's got to wait till after the election to do it. Check this out.
Lo va a hacer, pero no podía hacerlo antes de la elección.
The independent deciders would not vote for him if he did the vandal.
Because they're into all that my rights, my
Once we have a win, it's like, all right, guns blazing, like who cares? I mean, let's do the mandates, let's do this, the next way.
Project Veritas has obtained hidden camera recordings inside Governor Phil Murphy's campaign, including from a senior advisor who admits to hiding information from voters until after the election in order to appeal to undecided and moderate voters.
Pero, ¿cómo así los mandates?
La vaccine mandates. Como California, que está el mandato que todo el mundo tiene que tener la vacuna.
Lo va a hacer, pero no podía hacerlo antes de la elección.
Exacto.
Porque
si no se tira
lo independent y lo undecided.
The independent deciders would not vote for him if he did the vandal.
Because they're into all that my rights, my and they don't care that they kill everybody.
Well, that's good to know then. That after he wins, then he'll do the mandates, the vaccine mandates.
He will.
Folks, they lie to you all the time. This is critical stuff. We have elections coming up. It's important not just to talk about Democrats and how bad they are, but why and what motivates them. They have to lie to you because they know this stuff is serious and they know people care about their bodily sovereignty. So they're afraid to take a stand on it until after the election when there's no penalty because they don't want you to choose, because they know if they put the decision in front of you, it may change the election and give Jack Ciattarelli a win.
Because I don't know their stance on suffocation and forced injection. SOS, America in distress. Hey guys, Total Control 871. It is indeed starting to rain. I just wanted to come around here, sit myself down. Hopefully I'll be able to get back up. Okay, yeah. I find that when I'm standing, I tend to rush through and then I end up leaving topics out that I wanted to talk about. So I got to sit down here. And also I wanted to come around back of the church. This is a gubernatorial election. So it's much more busy. And I didn't want my vlogging to be misconstrued as me trying to influence anybody else's vote. So everybody comes and they vote for their candidate of choice. Obviously you saw who mine is. Mine are. Yes, now our school board members. I did not vote for them because I don't know their stance. I did call Galloway Township Board of Education in an attempt to get a hold of these board members who are on the ballot to find out what their stance is on face suffocators and forced experimental injection for the children. And you know, it was so ironic. I didn't get through to them, but somebody did give me a call back because I I left a voicemail. Somebody did call me, a nice lady, and I don't think she quite understood understood the issues. I mean, I don't know. Some people follow the news closer than others. And she was like, huh? You mean you want to know their personal belief? It's not their personal belief. As we've seen over the past few weeks leading into the school season, these people with their personal beliefs are casting very policy-setting ballots. I mean, not ballots, but policy. Personal setting beliefs are setting policy. Now, I understand that Comrade Murphy, he has a mandatory suffocator. You know, of course, they always backtrack. They're hoping that people will perform the self-harm. In other words, they do their best to not look like a bad guy, but ultimately they get forced. And what's so bizarre is that, you know, when people refuse to take their injections, refuse to suffocate their face voluntarily to the numbers that they would like, they then come out with these cockamamie polls saying, polls show that people overwhelmingly support mask mandates and injection mandates. If that's the truth, then if everybody is so on board with this thing, then explain to me, why does everybody have to have a proverbial gun put to their head? Threatened with loss of financial stability, loss of job, you know, loss of the pursuit of happiness, that little thing that's discussed in the Constitution. But we're supposed to believe that everybody's on board with it. Oh, okay, if you say so. But yeah, so I needed to know, and they're running unopposed anyway. So, but I guess in my own little personal stance of what do you got? Fox News, Chris Christie something. I'll read it later. Fox News. Oh, by the way, have you noticed? I don't know if you've. I've noticed that I never used to get those YouTube notifications, you know, jumping onto my screen. You know, there might be a notification, like when I tap the bar here, I'll tap my up bar. See, like my little bar that says 1:24, the time, and then the YouTube notification. I would see the YouTube icon, but it wouldn't jump onto my screen. Reason being, it is not your imagination. This is something new that Google YouTube is doing. They have been hemorrhaging viewership, time on the platform. You know, my buddy, Mandatory Carry, I don't know if he has if his YouTube channel is still up. I know he's up on BitChute along with me. He waged a campaign, I think it was last year, where he only had a small handful of faithful followers and stuff like that. God bless his heart. Hell, I only got a small handful. But he wanted to wage a campaign to stay, I think it was for the month of October. Yeah, last October. Sign off of their platforms. Like, not just use it, but sign out from the apps and just sign out of everything Google and don't use it for an entire month. You know, I thought he was a little wacky, but considering the actions that YouTube has been taking in the wake of all of the free speech platform competition, Mandatory Carry, if you're watching this, dude, turns out you were right. I got egg on my face. You were right. They are desperately trying to get viewers back onto the platform, even going so far as to photobomb, as it were, to photobomb your viewing on other platforms. Like when I'm watching Hulu, suddenly a bunch of YouTube notifications come jumping onto my screen while I'm watching a show. It's like, dude, why are you photobombing? It's because you're desperate to get me back onto your platform. Mandatory Carry was 100% correct. If you do boycott these platforms, they feel it. They act like they don't. They act like they don't, okay? You know, oh, it's nothing. It's but a trifle. We are the great and powerful alphabet Google. Yes, well, if it was truly a trifle and truly no competition, then Well, I guess Dan Bongino just said, I think in yesterday's episode, it took $3 trillion platforms to bring down Parler. Obviously, these communist, censorious platforms, they are very much indeed scared. They are threatened by free speech. So anyway, hopefully you have paid attention to the opening of this video. Yes, Murphy, his aides, his henchmen were caught on a hot mic. Or not a hot mic, it's undercover operatives recorded Murphy's henchmen making it loud and clear. Murphy will bring down, if he is, God forbid, but if he is successful in getting reelected, okay, there will be injection mandates, and what the scope of them will be, we don't exactly know. But Murphy, I'm telling you right now, he is going to go unbound. It's going to get scary. It's going to get scary here in New Jersey. That's why I say I've been picking and choosing my battles as to which hill I want to die on, because frankly, I don't exactly see me living. I mean, I'm trying not to be hyperbolic, but I am willing to die for my beliefs. That's all I can tell you. I'm willing to die for my beliefs, and I'm willing to die for actual, genuine science. Okay? I'm not willing to comply with your pseudoscience where it all depends. Put it to you like this. Because I wanted to maybe get back home and do a whole bunch of splicing in. I'm not going to do a whole bunch of splicing in of photos to show you. I could call up right now an image of Jonathan Van Ness. I think he's one of the Queer Eye guys. He's got a beard that I envy. And he likes to wear dresses. Hey, dude, it's your life. You only get one life. Do you? He's public with his HIV positive status. Okay? No judgment there either. But let me ask you something. Apparently, AIDS did not discriminate when the virus was introduced into his celebrity body. AIDS did not give a shit when the virus was introduced into Magic Johnson's celebrity body. It didn't care about Greg Louganis's body. Didn't care about Charlie Sheen. Okay? All of these celebrities who are HIV positive. AIDS didn't care. But apparently, COVID knows the difference and cares and will, what's the term? Give me some quarter, give me some latitude, courtesy, professional courtesy. Apparently COVID understands if you are a celebrity or not. Because obviously, every last single one of those celebrities that I just mentioned, they could have attended the Met Gala with no suffocator on. Why? Well, they're a celebrity. They're classified as a performer. And frankly, they don't have to go by the same rules that the hourly employees who surround them. Fussing over their Hunger Game elaborate get-ups. Okay, whatever you call it, their costumes, couture, okay, their designer wear. Apparently COVID understands the difference, and COVID will say, oh, well, I won't infect here because this is a performer. I don't infect performers. It's why, after all, Hollywood has gone back into production, or was it ever out of production? It had a little bit of a hiccup, but apparently, the liberal elites, they just simply created their own rules to go by, their own science. They literally crafted their own science on a day-by-day nature. And it's going to be the same pseudoscience that Governor Phil Murphy is going to use to indoctrinate, to usher in his mandatory experimental injection, his Mark of the Beast passports. His pseudoscience shoved down your throat. After all, You don't get to go to the Met Gala. You're not wealthy enough. You're not elite enough. Or to be more specific, to use language from Barack Obama's birthday extravaganza or Pelosi's fundraising extravaganza, those are sophisticated. Those are sophisticated events, sophisticated functions. You're not sophisticated. You don't get to have the same rights, the same equality. What you'll get is fabricated pseudoscience on a daily basis. You've been warned. Vote for your freedom. I'm not going to tell you which candidate to vote for. Okay? You know, I was also going to splice in a little bit of Justice League. There was a time there when Darkseid was threatening the earth. The Legion of Doom and the Justice League teamed up to fight him. Good guys and bad guys. Okay, I'm not asking you to fall in love with the Republican Party. A lot of them are fucked up. A lot of them do have fucked up beliefs. But right now, the soul of America is in dire straits. America is in distress. We are in SOS. Vote for liberty. Vote for freedom. Total Control 871.
He was hard to impress. He knew everyone's secrets. He wore her on his arm just like jewelry. He never gave but he got. He kept her on a leash. He's not the kind of wheel you fall asleep at. But now she's dead.